Hello, and thank you for joining me today. I'm your host, Gal Swisa Cohen. 3 years ago, my family and I moved to Long Island with a clear mission to serve as a living bridge between the people of Israel and the incredible community here. Out of this journey, I created the Israeli Bond, a podcast designed to tell the story of Israel and its people beyond the headlines. We are here for the authentic, the personal, and the direct stories that bring us close together. This podcast is a production of the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center of Nassau County, New York, and it is thanks to their vision and support that this content is brought to you today. And let's begin today with a very, very, very special guest of mine that I'm so appreciate you for coming here today, Eyal Eshel.
Thank you, Gal. Thank you for invite me.
Thank you so much for coming. And you know, I've thought a lot of how I will introduce you, but then I realized that I better have you introduce yourself. So how would you introduce yourself now to the American listener that might not necessarily know you?
I'm Eyal Eshel. I'm a father of Roni, and at the bottom line, I'm a grieving father. I think this is the real title. I think it's the real life. And this is our mission today, to change it for the next, dead people that we don't want.
Yeah. So our conversation today is going to be, first and foremost, to speak about Roni and to introduce Roni Eshel, your daughter, to the American listener that listens to us. And with her story, and then we'll get to your story, we will understand who she was and also all the events of October 7th that led eventually to her death and what happened afterwards. So just to
For the beginning, I brought a picture, and this is the picture behind me. It's from the first day from Roni in the army in Tel HaShomer, in the base of Tel HaShomer, the place that we are going inside from as civilians, and the back door we going out like soldiers. So this is a picture from the first day that we didn't know nothing about what will be in the future. It's really happened 1 year and 5 months before October 7.
So she was already a soldier for 1 year and 5 months before October 7.
Yeah, she's already a soldier over there.
Almost completed her full term as a soldier.
Correct. But if I'm going to the beginning, Roni born in 2004, in March. She was my eldest, and she was beautiful. Yeah, the same like the picture. She was beautiful at the first time that she born, and the 5 hours after she born, she started to smile to everyone. And this is the smile that we remember until today. She started to smile to everyone. For the days after, she was our manager at home. Yeah. She went to the kindergarten like everyone, and then to school, and then high school. She finished the school, and we live in Tzur in Israel. It's not far from Kfar Saba, but there is a high school for a couple of cities and village. She finished the high school, and directly, Gal, almost directly, 2 weeks and a half after she finished the high school, she went to the army.
Really?
Yeah.
So just for our American listeners to know, basically after every Israeli, after he finish high school, goes to the army. It's mandatory. And of course, we cannot recruit everyone on the same day. So some get recruited after 2 weeks, but some get recruited after 6
1 year.
months. Or
1 year.
Approximately 1 year.
Yeah.
So she's going to the army. Did she knew what she's going to do in the army before she
the
went
army
there?
before, the units before choose the girls. You know, if we are speaking especially about the girls, the army wants all of them because, you know, you're better than us, the men's. You're focused than us. The army was choose her and the rest of the girls. She didn't know them. She just met them at the first day at the course.
So wait, I want maybe to explain what was Roni's role in the army. Again, because we're talking to American listeners, most of them
I don't know nothing about the army.
Yeah.
So
and
they don't know
not.
nothing about the duties of girls in the army.
Yes.
So the army was choose Roni and the rest of the girls to do this mission in the base of Nahal Oz and the rest of the bases all over the country of Israel, because there is a one section, it's called observers. Roni was observer. She went to the course. It's 4 months course, very hard. But after she finished the course, they sent her to the base of Nahal Oz.
Okay, and what
now,
is her role?
For the people that don't understand nothing about the area of Nahal Oz, it's 785 meters from the border with Gaza. It's 785 and it's really, really tied to the fence, the command room.
And what was Roni's role on this base, on this camp?
She saw everything.
She was the eyes, actually.
She was the eyes. She was the eyes of 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers is one shot in the cameras. There is a lot of girls over there, and Roni had part of the fence. It's parts with numbers. Every girl had the number of the fence, and the numbers is the camera. And every number is 4 kilometers on the fence.
So let me get this straight. So Roni's role was to be responsible to look at the fence of this 4 kilometers
Correct.
portion, and then be the one that tells
First, everyone. She saw first, so she need to tell everyone first.
So if something happens on the border, she's the one who needs to alert the commanders in the area.
Correct.
I must say
she have a radio beside her, and she speak with the radio. She speak with the rest of the technical machine that they have over there. But basically, she saw first, and then she need to alert and speak in the radio. This is actually the story about what's happened in the same day.
So just a moment before we get to this day. So this is a role with a lot of responsibility. Before coming here today, I spoke with my husband, with a combat reservist, and he told me, you know, Gal, if they are not looking straight to the camera, if they are looking at their coffee down and miss something in the camera, the result is soldiers can be dead because they haven't seen
Correct.
something.
Something will be happened on the fence if she's not look, especially in her duty. This is the reason that she need to see, and if you want to break to coffee and water or go to the restroom, you need to tell somebody. But unless nobody change you. You need to be focused on the screen.
Yeah, so it's a
There
lot
is
of responsibility.
two screen on the system. By the way, the name of the system is Pascal. It's an Israeli system, and she has 4 kilometers on the system. The bottom system, the bottom screen is the area that close to her, after the fence, but it's close to the border. The upper screen is behind the border. Many. We're speaking to the American audience, but it's miles, many miles after the border with Israel.
So it's not only that she's looking at the border, she also knows what's going on inside of Gaza.
Correct. Inside the houses of Jabalia, inside the houses of Sajaiya, the neighborhood, if somebody don't know the names, so Sajaiya and Jabalia and the rest of the neighborhood in the Gaza Strip, this is the names. She saw everything.
So this is a role?
From the family that live inside the house in Sajaiya until the shipment that goes outside from his house with a lot of ships and civilians, people that goes with him.
So this is a role with a lot of responsibility.
A lot.
You need people to be super, as you said, focused and
Correct.
super responsible on this duty. How did Roni felt about her role?
Wow. It's a discussion for hours because Gal, many months before October 7, many months, I swear, Roni sat at home and told me, listen, Father, the hole in the fence over there, nobody fix it. Listen, you must know, the camera on the fence over there, nobody fix it. And I always told her, Roni, we have a good army. We have a strong army. Yeah, but Father knows, you need to know that they're afraid to be on the fence because the civilians, the terrorist people are shouting them and shooting them. And I always told her, why? Nobody from the IDF shooting again against them? She said, no.
And
there is no soldiers.
So she sees all this.
They're afraid.
So she sees all this, like, I would not say mistakes, but she sees all these flaws in the fence and like people who are shooting to the Israeli border and no one is responding. And what is she doing? Is she telling her officers?
Told her, Roni, you call somebody, you alert to somebody. What about the chiefs? What about the command people over there? They don't care. This is the only answer that she answered me every time. They don't care. Just because it's happened every day, the whole day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and they don't happen. And they don't care about what's happened over there.
And how do you feel as a father when she says it to you?
I failed, for a few times. First, I didn't was there in the day of October 7.
But before
I didn't
October 7.
save there.
But before October 7, when she's telling you that, and you also told us that her camp is super close to the Gaza border.
Correct. And she always told me, I asked her about one telephone number that I can call to somebody. She always told me, Father, don't make me trouble. Don't make me trouble. Don't call anybody.
She thought it would put her into trouble if you will interfere.
Yeah, in the Israeli discussion, we say, "Al ta'aseh li fadichot." this is the answer that she always told me. She always answered me. And, you know, I feel very guilty. Yeah. I didn't was there to save her. At the day of October 7, I didn't was there many months before. At the many times that she told me, she cried to me on the phone, and always she said, they know everybody. They know everything about what's happened here in Nahal Oz. They know everything about what's going on here in the life of Israel. And it was a big problem also for me, because I didn't was there. I didn't
Do you think?
listen to her, and a week and a half before October 7, she came home for the holiday. It was Sukkot, and I came to take her. I came to take her. I took her. She went out from the base. She came inside to the car, and she told me, go from here quickly.
Why?
I don't want to stay here.
Why?
I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid, Father. And I told her what's going on. And she told me, today, on the morning, it was rockets again. Yesterday, it was the balloons, the fire balloons that, you know, we remember the days that the balloons came until Beersheba. There is fires, there is bombs, there is shooting on the fence for the soldiers. I drove from there. And
She was afraid from the
Yeah,
rockets,
she was
or she was afraid from...
she was afraid generally. We came home. She was with us at the first holiday. It was Sukkot. And she was with us at the 4 days, the next 4 days. We travel. We went to a restaurant. She met friends. She was quiet because she was at home. She loved so much her room with our dog. And the next few days, it was Wednesday. She woke up in the morning and she started to make her to go back to the base. She stood at the door and she told me, Father, it's hot there. Not because the weather, because the situation with the terrorist people, with the civilians people, with everything that goes on the fence. I put my hand on her shoulder, and I told her, Roni, everything will be all right. We have a strong army. Oh, Father, you don't know nothing. But we see you in the next Saturday, because it's another holiday. It's Simchat Torah. It's the last time that we saw her. It was Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, my wife Sharon took her to the train station in Kfar Saba, and it's the last time that I saw her. My wife saw her. Actually, we saw her. We didn't speak with her on the rest of the day. Also, in Thursday, we didn't speak with her. And then Friday came. You know, Gal, the whole people that see this interview need to understand one thing. In the same Friday, it wasn't even one shooting on the fence. Nobody came to the fence. Nobody from the civilians people in Gaza, nobody from the terrorist people, nobody came to the fence. It was empty for the whole day.
And that was weird. Like you're telling it like it's weird.
Yeah, it was weird, but nobody from the IDF was woke up just for this detail.
Because usually every Friday they had uprises there.
Correct.
But this specific Friday, one day before October 7th.
Friday.
October
Friday,
6th.
October 6th. From the early morning until the night, it wasn't nothing on the fence.
Were you get suspicious from that?
I don't know, but today it's part of our question. What's happened in October 7? How do we build step by step the October 7? Especially for this Friday. Nobody from the IDF, nobody from the Mossad, from the Shabak was woke up just for this detail. But in the same day, together with us, woke up Ilana. Ilana, she was Shachaf's mother. Shachaf was another soldier, together with the group of Roni. And Shachaf supposed to release the army 5 days after October 7. This is the reason that Ilana came to the base of Nahal Oz at the same day. She came and brought for the whole girls a lot of food. She is a Moroccan mother, and she know how to cook so well. She's like, for example, she's like a chef. So she made a lot of food for the girls. And, you know, today, in these days, we said thank you for this one, the telephone, because the cellular gave us the last picture from the evening of Friday, the October 6th, the last dinner. They sat on the table, all of them.
All the observers.
All the observers. All the observers sat on the chairs near the tables, Friday dinner. It was so nice. It was so smiley from all of them. They ate a lot of food. They shouting, they laughing. They made a video by the cellular phone. And nobody from the rest of the girls, nobody of them knew that it's the last dinner of them. It was 8 o'clock in the evening. We didn't spoke with her. The last time that we spoke with Roni was in the same Friday, in 1:27 in the afternoon. We spoke with her and she told us that they making the table for the dinner time. Me and my wife, Sharon, was in the market in Tel Aviv. Just walk around in the market. It's the last time that we spoke with her. And then came the dinner time in the evening. At the night, we didn't spoke with her. She started her duty in 4 o'clock.
Her shift.
Her shift. She started her shift in 4 o'clock a.m. in the morning, early in the morning. Gal, today we can speak about the fact that October 7 not really start in 6:23 in the morning. It started before, hours before.
We know that because...
there is a fact. it's a fact. And we know that because there is many, many, many details and information and everything about what's happened before they came to the border. They came to the fence, and they many times hours before they came into Israel.
So let's go to October 7th. So October 7th, for Roni, it started early, very early in the morning, because at 4 o'clock she went on a shift. Do you have any connection with her on this shift?
Nothing.
No. So how do you?
We got up early morning, by the missiles and the rockets and the yelling, the alarms was all over Israel. I started to call her. She didn't answer for us.
Yeah, you thought it's something, that is related to her? Were you worried?
I just worried about what's going on there. And I always told my wife, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. I need to go there. She's there. She's not answering me. She didn't answer anyone. To the observer girls, they don't allow to take the phone inside to the command room. So there is a box out from the command room, and probably she left the cellular over there. We don't have the cellular until today. We don't know nothing about her cellular until today. Maybe it's burned. Maybe someone took it. One of the terrorist people. We don't know nothing.
What do we know that happened to Roni?
At the time that she was there, from early in the morning, Roni Eshel and Eyal and Maya Villalobos, three of them was observers in the same shift. Actually, it's kind of shit all happened there, but they was the three of the first soldiers that shouting in the radio about the attack to Israel.
Because this is, as we said before, was her job.
They were so heroes.
And she was
there on the screens. She saw everything. She saw more than 5,000 terrorist people in the same morning.
And what is
on the roads, on the fence, on the everywhere.
And what is she doing in this moment? She sees it, and
she
what's
saw
next?
everything, and she shouted to the radio. Nobody listened to them. To explain to you what the biggest shame of the IDF today is the details that we know about what's happening in the radio. We don't have enough powers, enough soldiers to send to you to save you. You need to handle by yourself. This is the, how do you say mishpat?
The sentence.
The sentence that you need to understand about all happens in the south of Israel in the same morning. This is the sentence that was in the radio on October 7 in the morning. Around 9 o'clock in the morning, they knew the one fact that they don't have enough soldiers.
And they told it to Roni. Like they told it back?
In the radio.
The radio, which Roni listened to.
Correct.
Wow. So
9:27.
She's knowing, like she listens to it. Well, she sees what she sees because she's the eyes. She sees
Correct.
everything that's on the border. She knows before. She alerts in the radio to all of the soldiers in the area, and I don't know who.
And until today, nobody gave us this sentence on the radio. Nobody gave us the rest of the recording of Roni. Nobody from the IDF. We're still fighting to take it, to accept it. 9:27, we have the last text message from Roni, but it's a point. It's not from her phone. It's a phone that used to belong to Osher. Osher, she was operation girl in the command room, in the same room that Roni sat. Osher was there, and Osher maybe took her phone with her. So we guess today that Roni took her phone, wrote text message to Sharon, my wife. Hi, Ima, I'm okay. Hi, Mom, I'm okay. Don't worry, I'm here inside the command room. Sharon wrote her back, I worried about you. Please call me back. And Roni sent her 4 emoji heart. You know, Gal, we are 5 at home. She just sent 4.
Do you think she knew?
I didn't know, but today I prefer to think that this is her way to say goodbye for all of us. I don't know. I didn't spoke with her. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna take me until the end of my life
to process it.
There is no answer for this detail, but I don't know. I prefer to think that this is her way to say goodbye. I don't know.
So,
and from this day, she was missing, and actually, she was the last soldier in the IDF, in the whole IDF, from October 7 that was missing, and Roni identified just because I think of DNA.
So I want to say that, so having you here today is you're here in Long Island, in New York in general, because of the book that you wrote.
Yeah,
and
I wrote the book.
That's on the table.
If we're speaking about the book for a few minutes, it's a book that started the whole story about our October 7, but it started on October 7 in the morning, at the time that we didn't know nothing, and it goes around the 34 days that she was missing, and it's finished at the day of November 12th, 2023, at the day of her funeral. This is the end of what?
No.
This is the end of the. This is the end of the book, but actually, this is the end of our story, because from that day, we start our mission to a memory for her.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you about. So first of all, I read your book to its fullest.
The whole book?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you say?
I think it's a must read. I think it's a must read. First of all, you were able to articulate in such a brilliant way.
It's also a surprise for me, because I gave it to you
a week ago,
for a couple of days ago. Wow, thank you so much.
Because I will tell you that I think it's a must read for everyone, for I would say every parent, every Jewish parent, because I think you were able to articulate the feelings and the thoughts of a father, of a parent, in this horrific situation that you let your kid, move away from the house, do whatever, okay, in the army or here maybe to college, and you're not really controlling everything that happens to him or her. And this moment of not knowing and being in you you were able to really take the reader into your feelings and your thoughts. And I feel that the way it is built, day by day, sometimes hour by the hour, it leaves something from you and what you felt with everyone that reads it. So this is why I feel it's a must read, because we must remember and we must hold to this.
Keep on speaking about this.
Yeah, and this is why I think it's a must read for every parent, every Jewish parent
it's
around
a
the
bad
world.
story for all of us. It's special for me, for my family. It's broke my house. Yeah, this story. We have another children. I have another soldier in the army. I have another little guy. But it's a bad story for every family in Israel, every Jewish family in the rest of Israel, and every Jewish people, and even Jewish, even he doesn't Jewish. It's a bad story for the whole world about what's happened in October 7 inside Israel.
I agree.
From this detail, I took it and I started my mission to change.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to ask you, because after 34 days, you realized that Roni is gone. Even you had like hopes, and maybe sometimes you believed that maybe she was kidnapped. I don't know if it's a better.
Even the IDF, even the IDF thought in the first week that she's also part of the kidnapped soldier. And the week after, they came and said that,
she's missing.
We knew that the command was burned up in the same day. We didn't know who was there. We just have the record time from the radio about, almost 2 minutes. But we didn't be sure who was there.
Yeah.
So a week after, they came and say that they still looking. They still.
I don't wanna reveal like what happens in the book. I want people to read it. But what I do want to ask you is that after 34 days, you realize that Roni is gone. I think that for me, what I was thinking is that what a person would do is go back to his house, start grieving, start, maybe moving away from
Until today,
from
I don't
camera.
have the time to grieving.
Yeah, but you didn't. You kept on fighting. So I wonder, first of all, where your strengths are from, and what's your mission
You see the
now?
picture? You see the smile? This is the power that she gave me. Every day, I'm looking at this picture, and she's still smiling. And just because she's still smiling, I'm on my mission.
And what is your mission?
To change the life in Israel. To change the life in Israel.
What do you mean?
Everybody that see this podcast, he need to understand what he can understand. It's a big problem for us, like civilians in Israeli country. And for the bottom line, it's a big point of question what will be in the future in Israel.
How do you see the change?
From the government and especially from the IDF.
But how do you feel that you can change? What are you?
I speak to everybody, and I still keep speaking for everybody about what's happened in October 7, what's happened before October 7, and what was the problem that gave us the October 7.
So the change is that you want people to acknowledge what was before October 7th and maybe to take responsibility for their
responsibility, and I'm asking from everyone just to remember the whole people that not with us today, especially Roni. She was fighter. She was so good at the army. She was observer, and she was so brave. If I say the right word. So I'm asking from everybody, don't forget anybody.
Yes. And you just said, and also in your book, you're saying that you have your second daughter is now a soldier.
Yeah.
And you have another.
She went to the army and she almost finished the army in the next coming November.
Oh.
You know.
And you have another kid.
2 years pass.
You're right. Almost 3 years since
And
October
my
7th.
little one is 16.
But
he
how
also
can
wants
you,
to go.
So what I'm asking is how, after this horrific, like what happened to you, the worst thing that a parent
It's a
can
good
ever.
question, because
how can you send your kids to the army now?
You know, Gal, it's our country. We need to keep about her, about the country. We need to keep about for the rest of the life in Israel. But it's also our army, and probably we need to build the army from the beginning. So
now when your kid is at the army,
as I told you before, this is one of my mission, to change the government and to change the life in Israel, but we need to change also the army. Without no saying about politics.
yeah, this was my next question.
Without
if you
saying
ever
nothing
got offered
about
to go to the politics, because
Without
it sounds
saying nothing about the politics, because we eating the shit until today. You know, we say almost every day, when you ask, how are you? Same shit, different day. So this is the life in Israel today.
So have you ever thought about relocating? You know, here in New York, life is a lot easier and maybe more relaxed.
Roni in the part of the soldier in Kfar Saba. You know the meaning. I can live there. I can leave her. I don't know. I don't know yet, but she's there. And also I'm going to be together with her. We have another mission that we build a park for her, like a memory. She's in the memorial place, but we build a park for a memory to her. She loved kids. She loved children. And she loved fruit. And this is the 2 points that we understand that this is how gonna be the park, with a big smile for everyone, from the children's until the fruits on the trees. And it's in Tzur Yitzchak. It's in
your
our
hometown.
village. Yeah, in my hometown. And I invite everyone to come inside to the media and see what's going on over there, because
Maybe even go there in person.
Yeah,
go to Israel
sure,
and
because
then
the first park is already finished, and now we build the second one.
Ah, wow. So there are
it's
two
second
parks.
part of the park.
Ah, so exactly. This is another thing that I wanted to, and this is actually how I wanted to close our episode together, because you really were able to take the grief and take the sadness and the pain and work it through to a mission,
Yeah.
to have a better life in Israel, to fix what needs to be fixed, to have people be accountable for they acts and for your kid and my kids in the future to be
At the
to
time
serve
that you're gonna come back to Israel.
this summer. So it's very like in the next couple of months. but to have a better army that is better for his soldiers, but also getting a better decision making in the the government, and I thank you for that. And what I also love is the fact that you took all this energy also to build a memorial that is not only a stone,
Correct.
but it's a live nature, a place of laugh, a place of living. Yeah.
You know why? Because Roni always said, always do everything with a big smile and everything will be much easier. So it's one of the part of my mission, and to keep on speaking about this.
And so can I ask you, does it make you smile a little bit?
Sometimes I'm a sad man. This is the truth. But sometimes I can laugh.
So you're fulfilling her mission in a way.
Yeah.
And you're fulfilling it for other people too. And I love this. I love this so much. And this is the place to say that, first of all, we will mention in the notes of this episode where it's able to buy your book, and also that all the revenue from the book is going to
the park,
to build the
Nothing
park.
for me. The
It's
whole
okay
money
also.
is for
That's okay. Also, if it will go to you, but this is such a beautiful mission. First of all, as I said, I think it's a must read for every parent. But second, all the revenue, everything from the book goes to this park, to build this park that a memory, not made of stone, but made of life, made of fruits, made of nature,
made of
smiles, which is such a beautiful, beautiful way. First of all, to commemorate, and second of all, to overcome and to fulfill Roni's mission, to stay with a smile.
To the next generation in Israel, the next kids that need to be smiled everywhere, every day, everywhere.
I agree. And I think this is one of the first places I'm going to go with my kids when I'm coming back to Israel this
Thank you so much.
August. So thank you so much, Eyal, for being here with us today. And thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Israeli Bond on hmTv. I appreciate, again, my guest, Eyal Eshel, Roni's father, but a lot more than that, share so many insights, and your story and Roni's story is for all of us to remember. And if you enjoyed exploring the information, history, and stories of today's conversation, be sure to check out our other podcasts here on hmTV. Please subscribe, share, and stay connected for more engaging conversations. Until next time, take care and be well.